Hi everybody, this is Ospreyeye from mychartcoach.com. And in this video, we're going to take a look at some of the stocks that were in play today. Okay, I'm just going to go over them quickly in this video. First up is ANTH, closed up 32%. It closed overbought on RSI and Fasto. The big move here today was the close above the 100-day simple moving average at 154. That is the gold line. It also closed above high close resistance here in August. The next key level to break is over here in June. The high close here, just about 195. If it can get above that level, then you're looking at a potential run up here to 230. The next simple moving average resistance level to break is up here at the 200-day simple moving average at 327. There was a PSAR bull flip today, a giant volume spike. The chart is really heating up. ANTH was very strong on the 15-minute chart. This is the 15-minute chart here. It was strong into the close. Notice how there was a breakout today above EMA4. The candles have been, road support all the way into the close. So as long as EMA's 4 and 8 support are holding, the chart is super strong. The middle Bollinger Band here at 174 is the key level to hold. If it drops below, you could see a pullback down to that 50 simple moving average at 157. Okay, take a look at GLBS. This chart is really heating up. You've got RSI at 64 and in the bull zone. Plus DI is breaking out. The bullish move today was the close above the 50-day simple moving average. That's this green line at 98. So bulls, you want to see that level turn into support. It's been major resistance. There hadn't been a close above that level in months. Notice how there were very tight Bollinger Bands. So this looks like the breakout that everyone's been looking for. It has to stay above the 50-day simple moving average to be a good play. The next key level to break is going to be the 100-day simple moving average at 111. If it can get above that level tomorrow and close above, that's going to signal more upside potential. If it hits that level and pulls back, you could see it pull back to test that 100-day simple moving or 50-day simple moving average. Really, to be a good play with this setup, it's got to stay above that green line. If it drops back below, that could signal more consolidation. Okay, take a look at MNKD. This is a chart we've been working on. It is at overbought levels on RSI and Fasto, but today the big move was the break above the 300-day simple moving average. That's this blue line here at 241. So on a pullback, you want to see that level turn into support. Notice how there was a break above the ascending resistance line at the top of this channel. So there'd been this uptrending channel since the bottom down here in May, and so there's a break above that. So now MNKD is trying to take it to the next level. It's hitting this February resistance here. That's going to be the key level to break. If you can break above this 280 to 290 resistance zone, $3, you could see a run up here to 350. It looks like it's filling the jar back to that level, back to January resistance levels. As long as the candles keep forming above the middle Bollinger Band and they're riding the EMA4 support higher, the uptrend is intact and the chart is very strong. So yeah, really nice move for MNKD. Notice how MACD just had a bullish crossover, so that is signaling the start of a new push higher, along with the PSAR bull flip from a couple of days ago. Okay, take a look at CYTR. This chart is really starting to heat up as well. We want to see RSI get above 50. Fasto now at 54. That signals the chart's heating up. Notice the green line crossed the red and black lines to the upside. That was a nice bullish crossover on ADX. So this is another chart we've been working on. We were looking for a potential double bottom bounce a couple weeks ago. Notice how that level has held. It actually, what happened was there was a double bottom with this May support back here on the 18th. It bounced off that level, but then it hit EMA 8 and it pulled back down and it tested it again, and it's held this 40 support zone. And so today the big move was the close above this dotted purple line. That's the middle Bollinger Band. If that level turns into support, a new uptrend should begin. Okay, so CYTR is in play only if it stays above 44. If it drops below 44, it will no longer be in play. It will be a risk to hold. To the upside, you want to see a break above this upper Bollinger Band that got hit today at 49, and then you have the moving averages all lined up here. The first one is the 200-day simple moving average at 51. Notice there was a nice volume spike today, but the upper wick on today's candle does show some profit taking. There was a PSAR bull flip. Notice how the green dots finally flipped below the candles. They hadn't been they've been above the candles during the entire run. So that's signaling a change in trend along with the move above the middle Bollinger Band and then the recent bull crosses on MACD. So CYTR really heating up. Let's look at CERC. This chart is heating up as well. So you know, it's been on this nice run, and so it's been going on this nice multi-day run. And then today was looking like a potential climax spike day. You know, it's hard to see down here, but there's multiple green volume bars in a row. And then there was the big push today above the upper Bollinger Band. It came up and it hit this 140 resistance zone, the high close from July, and it hit this March high close, which this 120 is a huge resistance zone. Notice how it was support back here in December, resistance in January, resistance in March. You know, it did close above it in July, but now it's pulling back below. So in order to head higher, it's got to break above 120. Fail to break above 120, you could see it pull back and test the dollar land level. So EMA 4 at 96 is the big support level to hold on the downside. To the upside, if it can break this 120 and 140, the target's the top of this channel, which is at 160, and the 300-day simple moving average at 176. Okay, take a look at OPTT. It's got RSI and Fasto at overbought levels. This was really nice follow through today after the bullish move yesterday. Yesterday, it did close above the 50 and 100-day simple moving averages. That was the gold line there. And then today, it pushed higher. Now what's going on is that there's a gap back here. As you can see, back in April, there was a big drop, and today the share price did close above the bottom of the gap. The bottom of the gap is this bottom horizontal resistance line, and the share price closed right at high close resistance here, the top of this channel, which is the May 9th close. So if it can break above that level, the next target's going to be a gap fill and a run up to this 200-day simple moving average at 188. So candles forming above this 158 level signals a potential run up to this 190 to $2 level, and then if it fails to stay above this 158 160 level, you could see it pull back 143. EMA 4 is the first support level below. Okay, take a look at ETRM. It did close just above the 50 on RSI, and it closed above 50 on Fasto, so the chart's really heating up. There was a bull cross on ADX. This is an old chart, and so I'm showing it again because busting it out to show you the gap. This hit the bottom of the gap level. Notice there was a big gap back here in August. It came up, hit that level, and pulled back. So it needs to close above this 210 or so resistance zone just below that. If it can do that, then the target's going to be the 50-day simple moving average at 243. If it can close above the 50-day simple moving average, you could be talking about a gap fill, which would take it up near 320. Notice the big volume behind the move today. The red flag is the gap between high of day yesterday and low of day today. On a pullback, that gap could fill. Okay, and finally, let's look at AMPE. Okay, so the big move for this stock today, I know this chart's hard to read, but it's the close above this blue line here, which is the 300-day simple moving average at 749. Okay, so it also closed above the 200-day simple moving average at 0.711. If it can stay above both levels, then it could make that run up to dollar land. Okay, so that's going to be the key level to hold. If it can stay above 75, we'll call it 75, then you could see a run back up to prior resistance levels. Notice this is 95. Up here you've got $1.05. So yeah, there'll be very bullish implications if it can turn the 200 and 300-day simple moving averages into support. If it pulls back below 70, that's going to signal that it's not ready to go, and it could consolidate and pull back to test the other moving averages below. Okay, thank you very much for viewing this video. If you'd like to learn more about charts and technical analysis, check us out at mychartcoach.com and our YouTube channel at mychartcoach.com. Thank you.